Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport. So we finish the Italian running session, this short Italian layout running session, with a classic Italian passenger train. It's a local train. We have the E424 electric locomotive, a first class type 1946 carriage, 3 second class Corbellini carriages. These are the Hachette models in full 187 HO scale, and a 1946 type carriage luggage van. The two Lima, the two 1946 carriages are HO scale, but they are what Arcadia Model Junction calls shorty carriages, because their length is so height and width is HO scale 187, but the length is 100. So, but they look quite well with the full length Corbellinis, and the locomotive, the Lima E424, is proper HO scale, so 187. Unlike the Riva Rossi one, which we know is 180. So I think we'll let the locomotive and the train speak, if we have the controller going in the right direction. It's a bit of a double S bend here, so there's a bit of wheel slip here. Here's some problems. Lima, this is a very good puller, but here it's really, we've got a double S bend and points, so let's see if we can help it come. It's coming. A bit of wheel slip here, but we're also up a hill. I'm dosing power. Oh no, we're really stuck. Oh, that's not good. And I don't have anybody to send in to help push it out, because of course this board is slightly warped, and here we're up a hill. Let's see if we can go. Oh, it's labouring. Let's go back. Let's see if we can trick it to move. Oh, we're coming. Just a matter of dosing the power. I reversed a little bit, and there was to have a bit more momentum, and the good old Lima E424 did the job. And I like a bit of wheel slip, it makes things more realistic. You can see this is a heavy train, because those Hachette carriages have lubricated the bogies, the axle boxes, but they're not smooth runners at all. The Lima carriages, they're great. We've also got modern sprung loaded couplers, so that also causes some resistance. Let's say that wheel wise they're not the best in my opinion, but this is a good tough locomotive and it will do the job very well. We're running at, in fact, you can see the locomotive's working. We're at, say, 60%, and we're not speeding. You can see that from the lights, we can actually see the headlights. It means it worked. So once it's launched, also my layout has these very tight bends, so I'm looking forward to test this train on the external line I want to build, because the external line will have slightly wider radius curves, because I'll use Mehano rail, and Mehano curves are slightly wider radius than the Lima stuff. So definitely we'll be running these Hachette Corbellinis on the external line. This is a beautiful train. And in real life, if you want to go on such a train, you can look up the activities of Fondazione FS, the Italian Historical Railways Trust. It was operated by the Italian State Railways. And come to Italy and go on one of the various historical trains, which are either steam-hauled or electric-hauled, with the old locomotives, E424s, E626s, fantastic vintage electric locomotives, or the beautiful Italian steam engines, even some diesels. Plus, they are operating for tourist trains ALN 668 railcar sets, diesels, which have been converted to run on CNG. No, sorry, LNG, liquefied natural gas. I could stay and look at this all day. It's just so nice. And this is a realistic speed. I can make it go slower, huh? Considering somebody said that I run this locomotive, I was running it at excessive speeds. Here we go. Where's excessive speed? Where's excessive speed? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, as long as their opinion does not go contradict reality. And of course, if I want to... Oh, oops, that was a controller falling down. Ah, disaster. I'm going to have to do something to not have all these controllers sitting at the side of the layout like this, that are sort of hanging on their cables with clothes pegs and such like. Blah. The thing is that the external line will pass here, and I have to study how to do that. I would like to make it sort of modular, as on one of the videos Arcadia Model Junction explained. So this is a demonstration that on a Mehano controller, a Slovenian made one, which are the best, you can really run a Lima G, an old Lima, because this locomotive here, so talking about Lima locomotives, this is a 1970s E424 with the usual G-type motor. It's on this bogie here, so we had we've got the motor bogie at the back, and we have the pickup bogie here at the front. This is the standard version. So this is, they then made the G Super Trazione. And what's the difference? The G Super Trazione has a slightly different gearing. They modified the gearing to obtain a lower speeds and a lot of torque at lower speeds. So I repaired and serviced an E444. It belongs to my friend, the one with the Rivarossi tram car. Belonged to his train set when he was a kid. He's much younger than me, and at the time train sets were coming with the end of production of the Italian Lima locomotives with a G-type pancake motor. G-type pancake motor, which honestly I find to be one of the best motors. There are some people who say that no, in reality the Lima, now that they're made in China, they're better motors. Certain people who twist their noses at Italian quality. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Very well. I'm sorry. There are no quality issues regarding the mechanisms of Lima locomotives. Lima locomotives are absolutely bulletproof. And I'm not saying this because I'm Italian or because Lima is, the factory was here in Veneto, in Vicenza. But honestly, Lima locomotives are good, and the G-type motor is fantastic. Then, of course, I am quite critical towards Lima because it never made any Italian steam locomotives. It looked as if there was nearly an agreement between Lima and the Rivarossi not to step on each other's feet because they practically controlled the Italian markets. But the problem was that Rivarossi built the Italian products at a slightly bigger interpretation of HO at 180, and practically creating a captive market. So these are dealings between companies, dealings that didn't really produce a good result, because in the end, I think Lima took over Rivarossi, then Rivarossi and Lima, Juef, Electrotren and everybody else ended up in the hands of Hornby and in China. So I'm not here to talk about contemporary trains, I'm not interested. The only thing is that I don't really appreciate the sort of certain opinionated things, saying, but is it, it's, and then after you say, oh, but it's actually good, Limas are good, so it's a sort of clickbait in my opinion, and I don't like clickbait, I'm not interested in clickbait. I might make this, it's important to make an interesting title to a video, okay, but not to engage in clickbait. I find that useless, let's say, but that's enough talking, let's go back to running the train. And the Limas, even if they pick up, so the electrical pickup is from one side of the drive bogie and the other side of the pickup of the non-powered bogie. They never have any pickup issues, unlike, for example, a certain Juef chassis we have over there. They're very good, they're very well designed. Oh, the sun's coming in here. The problem is that they remained stuck at Lima on the pancake motor technology too long, and when they moved onto Cardan motors, different types of motors, all-wheel drive, it was too late, and the market had changed, the big boom of toy trains had vanished. Kids were playing with video games and things, and model trains in particular in Italy were becoming a niche product for enthusiasts. And the quality, they didn't have enough money to invest, quality issues in the transmissions, in the motors. And I don't have any contemporary Lima trains, so I can't speak, I can't express an opinion. I can talk about the old ones, and I'm more than content to doing that. So yes, simple, sturdy, no bits that fall off, and lots of fun. And easy maintenance. And in the end, yes, maintenance, you have to do maintenance. But I can tell you that my main two Lima locomotives, the E656 and the Deutsche Bahn steam locomotive, the 282, I ran them constantly when I was a kid. I never opened the motors. I think the steam locomotive went for repairs once, and it was serviced at the model shop when I was a kid because something had fallen off. Something wasn't working, I had to get repaired. And when I dismantled them, the commutators were filthy. You had to run them with a very high voltage, but they were working. They were working, no problem. The commutators were a disaster. I have all the photographs, and I can assemble some videos with them, showing you what state they were in. These are all things we can do, even if we don't have the board out. Let's give this a bit of a speed. Because locomotives like to run every now and again. You have to give them a bit of a pump some electricity into them, some voltage. Clean the commutators, make them run fast. I mean, this is a relatively realistic speed. If you were standing at the rail side and you get the train going along at full speed, this is more or less the speed it will shoot past you. 75% is realistic. I never go faster than 75% because 75% is, if you go 100 it's just too fast on this loop. I mean, it's not a toy train. We'll do a final lap at 50%. I have to do some detailing on this locomotive. Really, I could sit and watch it going around the whole afternoon. I think we'll pull up here at the signal box. Okay. Oh, you can hear it's hot. The cicadas are going their dinger again. So, cheerio, and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.